Hi, Scorpio. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is a general reading for the second week of February 2025. We have your oracle card energy, your family, your community, health, finances and career, relationship connections. This does not just have to be romantic, it can just be friendships, platonic, however you see it, and what you don't see coming. So let's get into this, Scorpio. You have a really cool card here. And I was talking to a Scorpio friend yesterday, and I'm like, so much of this is pertinent. So you have the card of trust. I'm just going to read it from the book here. Um, okay, so this is a powerful and important card to receive. Even when things seem parched or not fruitful, a deeper energy speaks of your power, of your inner knowing. Meditate, trust those nudges from the universe. Your celestial advisors are close now. You are now open to receive some of the most important messages of your life through your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, so trust it. And even if there are some areas of your life that seem lackluster, know that other areas are being fertilized for a resplendent future. Have faith and know that there is a higher purpose. So that energy will flavor all of the rest of these cards, but I did want to read that to you because it felt very specific, especially for, you know, the conversation I was having yesterday. In regard to your family and your community, friends, however you want to see it, we have the Two of Swords. So this can talk about like things kind of being in a sense of like, you know, non-movement. We have to make a decision. We have to judge a situation a little bit deeper so that we can understand what we're involving ourselves in. Sometimes this can talk about blocked emotions with people. I do want to say at the bottom of this deck, you have the Hangman, so Pisces energy, but the Hangman is also an energy of needing to take a pause before we engage with things. How does this make me feel? How does this energy resonate? How do I feel in connection to this? Is it for my benefit? How do I affect this? So it's kind of getting a whole scope on looking at things, okay? But with family and community, is maybe needing to compromise with a person, or maybe we're having like conflicting ideas or a difference in perspective, where we have to find some common ground with somebody. Oftentimes this card can indicate where we are ceasing communication with a person at this time. Maybe we're at cross purposes, or our viewpoints are completely different. I know a lot of folks in this world right now are dealing with a lot of that, just with everything that's happening in the world. So people are like at odds with each other, to put it mildly. But this is an energy of self-protection, actively being closed off. It does require a decision to be made, Scorpio. So in this time of solitude and introspection regarding whatever you're dealing with family or your community, it's saying take the time that you need to be introspective about what your needs are, how this benefits you, how this benefits them, and be able to communicate what you need to get your feelings and your needs met. But it's okay to take a pause before you do that, just because sometimes it takes a while to think about things and to get it right in your head and your heart, especially when it comes to the people that we love. Because here in the center of this reading, you have the sun, and just in association to these other cards, they all play in tandem with each other. But here, this decision requires illumination, is how I see it. So trusting in the process of that when it comes to your family, when it comes to your community, it feels like the intention is to do good. The intention is to have clarity and to be effective in a positive way. But to find the way to do that may take a minute, to be effective in that. So just be kind to yourself, trust the process. And if you need to pull your energy away right now and not communicate with a family member or friend or community, do so. That's your choice and decision. Here, in regard to health energies, you have the Five of Wands. That can be a little bit of a difficult time. It can be at odds with maybe a healthcare provider, or maybe we ourselves feel that, if we ask the opinion of other people, they're going to give us their opinion. But like, I can barely talk. Is it in alignment with what you want? Right? Does it feel like it's something that you should do, or does it feel imposed upon you? Do you have people in your family who are like, oh, you're too fat, you need to like lose 40 pounds, or if you did it this way, you could be like blah 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 blah. I don't want to make it just about weight, but you fill in the blank. Like, it's almost like too many people or a person inserting their viewpoints or inserting how they would do it into your health journey. And it's saying, simplify your connections, simplify the information. Even if it's just information that you're taking in, it can lead to a lot of opposition within yourself. If we are to be in this body, in this physical experience, we need to be in balanced within that. So if we have like too many people, like too many cooks in the kitchen, essentially, too much input from people that aren't living this experience, it's important for you to be able to, you know, kindly pull your energy away and maybe disconnect from that, because that's where you'll find better clarity here. The goal is to heal, the goal is to be healthy, the goal is to engage our physical body in a way that is nurturing and holistic. But if we have all of this like external like input that is actually tearing us down, um, be mindful of how you clear that up. I also will say, for some of you who are dealing with doctors where you're just like, this doesn't feel right, go for a second opinion, go for a third opinion. Either way, though, this energy is wanting to distance itself from situations that feel conflictual when it comes to our personal sense of well-being and wholeness. So with your finances and career, you have the Sun. This can talk about illumination. This can talk about beautiful things happening and coming into your life. It talks about understanding what you're involving yourself in, having clarity. If you work for people, this is a very highly positive energy that can be beautiful for your work experience. It's people being drawn to you because you're radiating, you're like feeling happy in your life. People are drawn to you. They make time to listen to you. This can also talk about like needing to incorporate more creativity into your experiences. It's especially like if you work in a system or a field that is, it's like, this is how we do it. It's like a cog in the wheel. It's like you're drawn to like having more creativity in your life. You're drawn to being present within like the aspect of creation rather than just being an automaton. you know um Either way, though, here, especially for those of you who are like trusting the process in creating something for your life that you choose to be involved in, this can talk about overcoming the obstacles that feel like they're just insurmountable in our ways. This talks about positivity and success, good luck. It talks about, again, people being drawn to your magnetic energy, people wanting to connect with you because you radiate a certain level of vibration that is in alignment with them, that is resonant to them. It's having that connection that draws people in. It's having the information that draws people in. It's a high vibrational energy. So things being revealed to you, you know. This can talk also about like sometimes where maybe we've had a lack of clarity in a situation. Suddenly we come to understand what our position is in it or what we can incorporate to make it even better. It's like having a moment of clarity, an aha moment within like anything that's been stuck or stagnant or immobile. And so it's saying, seek wholeness in a situation, seek truth, but also like illuminate your vision, illuminate your view, trust the process here, especially if you've been feeling very disconnected or out of sorts with others. Your journey is solely your journey. Of course, it's going to affect other people, and how you choose to connect with people will be affected, but like your singular journey is going through a uptick. It's going through a positive change here. I feel that there's also an energy of trusting the process will bring wholeness. I'm touching my tummy right now, and like it feels like a sense of wholeness. What is the tummy chakra? I can't remember, you guys. So I don't know. I'm being like shown the chakra system. So whatever the solar plexus is in connection to, maybe there's an energy of needing to clear that so that we can be more integrated with the energy coming into our lives. It's a healing, explorative energy. It's allowing us to overcome obstacles here and have illumination in certain situations. So if that is in finances and career, especially for any entrepreneurial people, that's a really beautiful energy. Very beautiful energy. A lot of illumination and awareness being brought to you through what you engage in. Okay. Your relationships and your connections, you have the world. The world in this card, it's ascension. The world is a beautiful energy. It talks about transformation through change. It talks about situations that where maybe, you've kind of like you're rounding the corner, like it's graduating, it's the next step in experiences, and so for those of you who are completely single and you're looking for love or whatever, this is actually a really good place because it feels like you're at peace with what has happened. It's not ignoring the experiences. You've gained wisdom and you've gained knowledge through these experiences. You've matured through these experiences. And so what's coming next is even more fulfilling because you have that body of knowledge, you have that awareness and that willingness to accept the changes that come through in the next phase of your life, especially when it comes to relationships. It's being open and ready. This talks about having grown from what you've experienced, and now you're graduating for new things. You're ascending, right? For those of you who are in existing relationships, this can talk about situations that are also transforming in your life. This can also require you and your partner to look at the limitations that you experience in your life currently and be mindful. How do you address those things? How do you decrease limitations, or how do you, if you're like keeping situations in your relationship small, why are we limiting ourselves here? This is also a necessity for partners, each partner, to accept responsibility in the circumstances that you engage in your relationship, and to be mindful to accept the responsibility that you play out or carry in this connection, because that's how you grow, that's how you heal, and that's how you help your relationship expand. If we aren't willing to look at our side of things, or if we're not really willing to be introspective about what we are experiencing in relationships to our partner and how we affect certain things, it's saying, you kind of remain stuck. And right now, with the Ascension card or the World card, it's saying there's change ready for you. There's beautiful change happening for you, especially if you've been in any type of um, battle of the wills, or kind of difficulty with communication with a partner. It's saying be honest, be open, be direct, be ready for change to shift, but it requires you to be honest about your feelings, be honest through your communication, and be ready for the change that happens. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I feel here. And this can also talk about endings as well, but beautiful endings, things that bring awareness. Not all endings are horrible. Like sometimes everybody goes through endings in all aspects of their life. If we hold on to it and we're a victim and, oh, this never should have happened. Well, it did happen. It happened for a reason. Obviously, pay attention to that. You're not a victim. Sometimes we are victimized in relationships. That's not something to ignore. But like, if you're playing the victim, or if your viewpoint is that's like that, it's not healthy for you, and it actually gets in the way of you maturing and ascending to the next phase in your life. So just be available to that change. It's time. Things are happening for you. What is that saying? I hate it. What is that stupid saying? Life is happening for you, not to you. Fuck it. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So, what you don't see coming, you have the High Priestess. I like this. It's the higher self in this deck. Pisces energy. It's also associated with the moon, which can talk a lot about like intuition. It talks about also emotional balance as well. This often we'll talk about like deep inner knowing, psychic ability, medium abilities, like medium mystic, a shaman type of like abilities or stepping into that energy. This is also an energy of independence and self reliance, especially if something has ended, but it's secure. You have three major arcana cards here, which life lessons that need to be experienced, but you're not left with like the pain is worth it. The discomfort of it is worth it because now you sit with the knowledge and the understanding that you've gained through the experience. So, I would say be receptive to the psychic energies that are coming into you. Be receptive to receiving the energies of change that are within yourself here. Okay. This can also talk about being honest about what is hidden in our lives so that we can change towards new opportunities, trusting the process here. Um, yeah, pay attention to your dreams. I would say connect with people who you can be effective in how you receive their counsel, or you trust somebody in regard to that. Um, it's going to talk about intentional astral travel, like when you go into deep meditation and you disconnect from this physical experience so that you can actively connect with the information that is for you on the etheric realm. Trust the process, okay? You have really highly spiritual energy. And if you want to look at it, with this being at the bottom of the deck for everything, I have it on the side because, but it's still present. It's still present for this spread, even though it's not here. I am actively using this. So if you think about it, you have four major arcana cards here, but these are all like pause for spiritual growth, pause for like enlightenment. You will be receiving the information that you are engaging, be receptive to it. This is all about receptivity um, and change, but it's for the best. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope that this is helpful for you. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you want to. If you want a personal reading, all of my info is in the description box below. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.